Alrighty, good morning, guys. How we all doing today? So, let's take a look at what we have today. Let me also share my charts with you guys. But it looks like we did have a bit of a gap up here on Qs and SPY, which honestly is not surprising after a bit of yesterday's sell-off here. We actually have Qs opening up right at this 486 level, it looks like. We have about 15 minutes left, but it looks like we are trying to open up right at this 486 level. Um, so this definitely could be a potential breakout if we do get back above here. Retest for 488, which is going to be previous high of day. Um, that'd be very interesting to see. Nvidia is one of the names I was looking at yesterday, and it did actually end up hitting one of my daily targets, which was going to be that 116 level. So that 116 level did end up getting a hit roughly about around 1 o'clock yesterday, and then we actually ended up stalling here. But looks like we did have a bit of a gap up here on Nvidia as well. And it looks like we actually are trying to open up right at previous high of day here. And we did create a overnight high above previous high of day, so this would be a nice spot for us to actually open up. I would like to see if we could actually open up within um, or above previous high of day and below overnight high. So that would give us a really nice range to see which direction we're looking to break towards. And back to this 122. Let's take a look at Apple here. Apple looks like it is going to be stuck right. Yeah, it's still stuck in yesterday's range here. Um, so really not too much going on there for me. Although we are back above this 230 level, which is going to be a psych level. So that definitely, this level could be a spot for potential longs if we do get a bit of a sell going into the open. Yeah, for me, I would like to see that 230 level hold. And probably below 230, we have probably a bit of a bigger move down, back down to the overnight lows at 228 probably, where we're consolidating yesterday. Um, One thing I do want to also keep in mind is that daily FVG that we were targeting for the weekly watch list, right? If we take a look now actually on the daily time frame, right, we filled it pretty much perfectly here. Um, FVG target was going to be down to 482.58. However, we actually did end up going a little bit lower, but as I mentioned, we did have a bit of a gap up here during the overnight session. And then we also, right, with that daily fair value gap fill, that allowed us to tap into the GP, right at that 70.7, which is another reason why I actually ended up taking those longs for QQQ. I ended up taking tomorrow's expiration, yeah, tomorrow's expiration, and then next Wednesday's expiration for longs, as I think we could see a little bit of a pop here, just for a shorter term play. But we'll see what today delivers for us. But yeah, that's pretty much just gonna be it for me for this morning. We'll see where we end up opening. But yeah.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning, Ben.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good, good.
I was listening into what you were saying about Qs. That was a very nice catch on those longs.
Yeah, I hope these open up fine, but a little worried about theta as we were starting to chop towards the end of day, but we'll see. I probably will look to close these off the open here. But yeah, I do
Oh,
really
like
like that.
the weeklies, right?
Yeah. Probably look to
Oh,
close
okay.
the weeklies, but yeah, I do really like that daily imbalance fill um on keys. Nice little spot that we actually ended up going towards yesterday.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then I don't know how often you use fib or if you're familiar with fib, but I had a really nice kind of like golden zone set up there. That also lines up with that fill of that daily imbalance, which I also really like. So
I honestly I have not used fibs in a long time. I am curious to bring them back and see how they play out. It's been a very long time.
I guess one thing for me that my only concern is that we did get a lower daily candle close here on this almost higher low structure on Qs. So that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about here for me, but I think if we are able to get back above this 488, that'll probably invalidate that, but this could be a potential we just break and retest as we are opening up um, right at 486, which would actually be pretty much near this lower trend line again. So yeah, this could be a break and retest here for potential another like lower, but that's my only concern about that. So
What platform are you using to chart? It actually looks really neat.
I'm on Thinkorswim right now, but I customized it a lot. Or well, they merged into Charles Schwab, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's still Thinkorswim. I've been using
That's
this
looks nice.
for years now, so it's my go-to.
Yeah, it looks super neat. I like that.
You use TradingView, correct?
Yeah, I'm using TradingView.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like TradingView as well. I actually have it, but I don't like paying the monthly fee for it or the yearly. But
Yeah, I get it. I would use IBKR, but man, their charting platform is absolutely awful. And I would assume you're in the US, right?
yeah, I am.
Yeah, with us, with TD, it's awful with commissions. I used to pay like 11.25 per contract,
Oh wow.
which was wild. Yeah.
Oh wow. Morning, you guys. Sorry about that.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, Cruz.
Morning, morning. Happy Thursday.
Friday Eve.
Yeah. Yeah, we looks like we might have an inside day. Might make up a lot of that range, but also if we get sold off here, this would be a nice liquidity grab for the downside, so no full bias here for me.
Yeah, I was watching Amazon. That 30-minute bear flag that it formed. It looked like we gapped up pretty heavily. I want to see if we can get that gap fill back to 192.80. I do like Qs though. We are opening. We were within that imbalance. We're just slightly below it. I'm gonna be watching. Let me see where the midpoint is here. It's 486.40 is what I'm gonna be watching for that imbalance above us. I want to see what kind of reaction we get as we rejected yesterday. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we have quite some data too.
Yeah, today's pretty loaded, so
Mm-hmm.
hoping to make it a quick day. I actually have some things to do later on in the afternoon at like 1 o'clock. So looking to trade till about 12 or 1 and then gotta take off. But I'm gonna sell Microsoft at open for any of those swinging with me.
Yeah, I probably also would be looking to close out those weekly QQQs. I know Samir, you are also in that with me. And you actually have a really nice entry, so you should be up way more than I am for sure. But yeah, these should be up nonetheless. So want to get those weeklies out the way just in case they get theta clapped with an inside day today. I may look to continue to hold those next weeks, depending on how we move today. So or who knows? Maybe I'll look to close just everything out today, be completely flat for this morning session.
Yeah, with all the data we have today, I'm definitely gonna. That's why I'm closing primarily. Oh, and that's actually perfect. Fed Logan actually speaks at 1:45, so I don't really want to be trading during that time. That's at pretty close to 2 o'clock, so then there may be real large drop off into power hour. But probably look to swing something. I have to double check data tomorrow. But we're in a nice range to swing right now. We're gonna have some larger overnight moves, if anything. Based on our setup at close, of course. Yeah, tomorrow we have a Fed at 10:40, and then we have Bostic at 1, so it looks like a good day to swing into. Hmm. All right, Pedro, if you had dollars pushing north, wham weakness, something to note for sure. Oh wow, Microsoft. No way. Well, that happens.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They're still going to be in profit, but just not as much profit, obviously. Wow. Couldn't hold for 2 more minutes.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
big
they're going to
sell
be,
before this
yeah,
open. Even on
going to be opening up around where they closed.
yeah, even on Apple and Google here. Bit of a sell before this open.
Nvidia doesn't carry. AMD looks good today. That might be a setup. Texan, if you're out there, this might be the day. Oh, I think he's actually busy with a meeting today, but yeah. So well, 60 seconds till the opening, guys. I guess I'll watch Microsoft here, see if we may wick back up, but it's really interesting.
I'm also going to keep an eye on Disney. I posted a chart in Market Talk. I want to see if we lose that 96.60 level or break above that 98.50. But off the open, I'm just going to be watching cues. I want to see this reaction on this imbalance above us.
Right, is open. Okay. I did close those Qs at a 2.06.
Nice.
Thank you.
Premium is very, very elevated here on Qs, sitting at 40% IV, which is pretty wild.
And you know, I'm actually gonna take those next weeks as well. Those are 30% here as well, so I'm gonna just take those. Be completely flat for this open.
Seems like we're gonna get an interesting one.
Yeah, these premiums are crazy.
I'm at a 2.86 for the next weeks.
Yeah, Microsoft's just gonna continue, you guys. Unfortunate. Still looking for that news, but that was a 20-point wick off of VWAP right there for NQ. Now we're already back down. This is really volatile, guys. Hands off for me right here. I'm not gonna touch that. And I'm still holding Microsoft, see if we could actually just wick back up here, but contracts aren't down very much right here if you want to cut. Lots of indecision here today. Apple has a pretty nice wick back to view up in 230 level. Tesla is kind of pinned to 250. Looking like some individuals are starting to try to flip, but AMD did invalidate as well. We might still be pretty bearish here.
Yeah, opening 5-minute candle here on NQ did hold above you up there. Did have Apple with a really nice wick that held above you up as well. I think we're just getting more heavy selling coming in from Microsoft here. Nvidia with a bit of a higher low structure here coming in from the pre-market. Also back testing VWAP. If we do lose that higher low, probably have room for me. But if this does hold, this could be a nice push to back above previous high of day on Nvidia there. Also that 122 level. But looks like it might be trying to break down here. We'll see though. I think one setup I might be watching is just going to be this GP setup from overnight lows into overnight highs, right at the mid 60s, maybe even 70 for a potential long. Nice job, Samir. Yeah, you had a really nice entry. So, yeah, definitely will take those off the open right there.
UQQ starting to lose VWAP, but SPY once again looks 10 times better. So I might be looking for ES longs and or SPY calls. Don't really like tech just yet, especially with Microsoft selling. Lots of indecision everywhere. Nvidia also kind of sold there.
Yeah, I'm watching this
Apple,
higher low
yeah.
structure on Nvidia there. See if it loses that. Um, but if we do decide to hold, this could be a nice push back above previous high of day and above that 122 level for me.
Yeah, I really like SPY here. I just waiting for tech to wake up. I'm not gonna trust this move just yet. All right, because once again, bears are still pretty present here. And I do like SPY, yes here, but tech is not yet convincing me. We see a Microsoft wick right here, and if Apple continues and Nvidia does hold this level, and 120 level right there, so pretty key level. I can still kind of see after watching price actions after the split with Nvidia, I could actually see Nvidia retracing. We might see sub 100, and then we could see a pop, but giving me kind of like post Tesla split vibes almost, like kind of when our, the previous split, first couple of splits, we just kept running, but this last split, we've just been kind of stagnant. We retraced, found our intrinsic value, and then now we're actually moving with solid buyers. But I don't think there's enough buyers with Nvidia here just yet, if that makes sense. Yeah, there goes the market.
Yeah, Nvidia did get that break below that higher low structure from the pre-market. Got that candle closed lower. Now we are starting to see some follow through come in here. The only name that's kind of holding right now is going to be Apple at this 230 psych level, which is going to be that level to hold for me from the pre-market that I gave. But we are starting to see Microsoft and Google still continue to sell, as well
Yeah,
as
I'm out of
Nvidia here.
Microsoft here, you guys. That is unfortunate because I was about to open really nice in profit. And, well, it happens. I think we see lower here today then. This continues. Yeah, Apple even now being influenced, retesting downside levels. If Apple sells, we're gonna lose this 5650 level with ES. Ah, man. Brutal when tech is selling, right, guys?
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
If Qs does continue to push, I'm going to be looking at 480.40. We have that imbalance that we had interaction with back in July 1st. That's also a key level that I have here on QQQ.
Yeah, I think this tech bubble up that we saw with Nvidia and everything last year and start of this year, I think this is really starting to rotate back into. You're starting to see money rotate back into SPY with its relative strength despite all this selling. We're still selling with SPY, but even yesterday when we sold, SPY was selling a little slower, if that makes sense. QQQ was actually getting really close to actually, we were getting really close to SPY. MMs don't like that. So I think that's where we're seeing that rotation. You're starting to see financial sector. Not really sure if oil is being bought, but yeah, we're starting to see, XLF um, and healthcare too as well. But I think that's just more money going into other sectors, and we're starting to see money rotate out of tech for now. But we have tech earnings next week, and I'm really interested in that to see if that sends us back down. It's going to be an interesting week next week. I'll probably hardly trade. Yep, just as I expected, 5650 was lost there, so now we're looking for 5640 interaction, and I know that's kind of crazy to say, but yeah, these are wide ranges, guys. We have some support right here at this 5643, 6644 level, but wow.
Yeah, nothing here from me. Like this is definitely going to be a wide range for sure. So
See some support here at NQ at 27. That was a quick, yeah, that would have been a quick 20 points, but I am not catching these knives, guys. These are moving way too quick. I'm short 56, 44, 50 here with ES. This is a really risky short, but I think this may continue. And then I'd look for that 5640 area. Just going with sentiment here for our open. The first 20 minutes now, we're just kind of selling. Selling since really 9 o'clock. But we might get pretty wicky here, so this is really risky, guys. Might be a quick invalidation here. I would expect sellers to step in right here just based on sentiment, but Could be a flipping. Yeah, we're out. I will wait until 10 a.m., you guys. I mean, Apple's just selling hard here. Not entirely sure what's really holding us up.
Looks like
Yeah,
Microsoft may have tried to find a base at this 440.
yeah, this would have been the better entry up here for shorts, but we might continue to buy. So I'm just all on hands here. This could go either way here for me. Yeah. Yeah, bad entry on my part right there. Still too many buyers stepping in here too down here at this level, so lots of indecision. Just kind of a bad level for either way, in my opinion here. Too much volatility, too much wicking back and forth.
Apple is back testing this previous low of day here. First tap off previous low of day on Apple there. Yeah, nothing from me yet, guys. Don't really like this.
Yeah, I don't like it either here. Really tough to read. Lots of. It just seems like bulls are trying to be stubborn here. Really stubborn. But I think sentiment is obviously pretty bearish. But I mean, if we want an inside day, I guess that, you know, that makes sense. But just really choppy. I mean, through these levels, either way, we either break down, see a wider pullback, but or we have an inside day, which is kind of what I'm leaning for. Nothing right now is really, correlating to my liking, if that makes any sense. We have ES really wicky here. We have QQQ, lots of weakness. And, Apple selling, Microsoft selling. Nvidia really, keep bouncing up to this 120, but really wide range. Yeah, I agree with you, Galaxy. I think this is rotation as well. Mentioning that earlier with, we see financials picking up SQ and yeah, IWM has been picking it up. Dollar has been moving too. All right, so here's ES view up interaction here. I think we have, yeah, we have data at 10. I just forget which data here. Okay, it's kind of irrelevant, just CB leading index. Well, it should move, but
Looks like we are trying to hold this level here so far. What if we could get a back test up into view up here?
data in just a little over 1 minute here. I am all cash. All right, 30 seconds, you guys, until data. Then we could just wait, and then we'll look for a setup. right. Looking for data results here. Here we are. All right, so our change is our negative 0.2%, forecast negative 0.3, previous negative 0.5%. So we are increasing, which is I think this is bearisher. I'm actually unsure of what this how this will influence the market. You can see the numbers are increasing. Index change month over month actual. See, our indexes are growing.
Nvidia looks like it's almost flagging here below VWAP. Same here maybe with Apple near previous low of day. This may want to send us lower potentially.
Yeah, that opening candle on Amazon completely got shut down and back into that flag. I want to see a loss of 186.25.
Yeah, this is just gross so far. I'm gonna be extra patient here. Oh wow. These moves are crazy today.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you see the ES flip right there? Jumped 3 points in like a second. That was wild. Maybe it's taking the market movers also a little bit longer to interpret this data. Maybe it wasn't just me. But yeah, all the key data you guys asked me about those, I'll tell you exactly what they are. But I've actually haven't paid attention to CB leading index change.
Looks like we're probably gonna get this back test VWAP here on
There's
NQ.
VWAP right there, yeah.
Should
And
be
let's
ready
see
for
if
the move.
sellers are real or not. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk when you were talking there.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Sellers respecting that. Q's right below it. Apple has a nice base here. Microsoft, it still looks like Microsoft wants lower. Whatever the news was this morning, whatever that sell was, or maybe that was just pre-market selling and continued now. But I think Microsoft's about to retrace even further here. Okay, this could be our breakout for ES, but once again, I don't like tech for an ES breakout just yet. We need to see tech do something for me to actually be convinced on more upside, or else this is just a tough day for me to read here with SPY wanting higher and QQQ kind of stagnant. But now we're seeing at the bottom here with tech. Tech might play the catch-up game. 486 for tech would be a really nice target if we did claim VWAP. Yeah, Apple's really the only tech ticker moving here, along with Nvidia. Well, I guess that's all you need, but I would like to see more. Kind of why tech's weak here. Lots of indecision, non-correlation with tech right now. Really tough day to read here, but patience is key, you guys. Yep. So that was just kind of what I was looking for up here, but we kind of got exaggerated move. But this would be a typical reentry for upside on ES if we held right here. It's our previous, that's our pre-market high. Not our overnight, but this would be a, just right here. And then we also, this was a supply area right here. Little double top after that initial push, Globex.
Yeah, watching to see if we could actually get this 5-minute candle close above view up here. Would be nice to
Yeah,
see.
yeah, I think we need to wait just a little bit because I do want to take a long entry right here with ES, but I'd also be all right missing it. But I think we could easily just wick back down. So I'm being extra patient here, especially with 2 losses here so far.
Pretty heavy put full rolling in on the 480s for today.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a pretty nice spot to short potentially with QQQ, but I don't like ES's strength right now if I'm looking at that direction. And then on longs, it's the exact opposite. So my hands are tied. Because I like ES upside, but I don't like tech just yet. One of them needs to convince me otherwise.
Yeah, you can tell the moment we work back up, flow completely flips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, flow's contradictory right now to this price action with ES, but it has to say something, Volume is always going to control everything, so I don't want to FOMO this. And this is a potential 4 to 5 point move, you guys. It's not even worth the risk, right? So if this was a potential gap for like 10 to 15 points, well, I mean, be a different story, but we could easily bump overhead at 56, 62, 50. There's more resistance right there, so. But it does look like bulls are kind of trying to bottom here. I'm looking at a 30-minute ES chart. No bias. We held this previous level where we were wedging right before that large breakout. So this, and then also over here as well on the 10th, we consolidated large move upside. And then you have on the 11th through the 12th, consolidated large move upside. Same spot right here, and we're peaking right above. So I think we do have more potential for upside right now. And there's that break. But there's 56.62. So you'd have to be that quick just to get 3 points if we did take that entry, you guys. That's why I didn't. And then it could whip back down. You could be back break even. It's just too risky for a 4 point play, right?
It looks like we did get that 5-minute candle close above view up and QNQs.
Yep. That confirms a 10-minute as well. first 10 minute after our first 30. Now let's see if we want to back test it. And now this is our test to see if buyers are real. Was this an actual buying candle, or was that short covering with them looking for better entry for the next leg down? Could be. So that's just kind of where I'm thinking right now, you guys. That's why I'm on hands. Nothing's convincing me enough yet. All right, our next data is some gas data at 10:30. Then we have 4 and 8 week bill auction at 11:30 and 15 and 30-year mortgage rates, sorry, at 12 p.m. If we're gonna range, this is our supply for the day, in my opinion. Just our, our overnight high area. ES. QQQ still, QQQ and NQ far off still. Well, not
Amazon,
really,
right?
actually.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I was gonna say
No,
Amazon
go
at the
ahead.
bottom of that flag here. Watching this 186.25, starting to see some heavier put flow as well rolling in.
All right, I'm long ES here, 56, 58, 25 with a 4-point stop. Starting to see sentiment shift a little bit here. And the more that I look at this 30-minute chart, we did make a higher low today. Yesterday, our low on ES is obviously down here at 56.31, 32 area, sorry. And then now we held 56.40 area. Gonna see if this could continue, retest this 56.62 level. We did have QQQ break below view up though, so that might pull us.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this close with this move back below view up here.
Yeah, don't like Qs. I like ES though. We're holding this nicely, but tech's gonna drag. if tech wicks back above VWAP right here, QQQ I'm watching, and if we actually reclaim this 484.53 level, that might set up that 486 gap fill. And that's kind of what I'm also looking for. But watching Apple's doing fine. We just need to claim VWAP as well. And once again, we do still have a lot of indecision within tech. Financial sector looking pretty good here. All right. 3 points if anybody wants that, a little over. And depending on our interaction up here, if we can kind of what I'm looking for, what I just mentioned with QQQ VWAP, if we do claim that and actually claim 484.53, I'll just move my stop loss up because we might potentially get a break, but if not, we may just range up here. ES is kind of flagging between 56.61 and 56.56 or 57. So 4-point flag right here. All right. We have 2 minutes until this candle closes. If we could get VWAP and 484.53 with this QQQ candle, I'm totally fine with moving stop up. You guys could take the profit whenever, though. Feel free, please.
Alright, so it looks like this 5-minute candle is also gonna reject view up. Looks again on Qs here.
Yeah, we did not get what I wanted with this candle, so this could invalidate, depending how low Qs want to go here. Yep, so it did just get stopped.
Watching this interaction here, we're bouncing off that 186.25. Q is looking weaker, so we might be able to get this push. All right, I'm gonna try these out. Partially filled. Oh, okay. So I'm in Amazon 182.5 puts at 0.67 for today. That's right, for this week. So target is gonna be 184.80 and stop loss 15-minute candle close above 187.30.
I think NQ may want to sell at 27 again if we don't hold this 60 area. Yeah, this is a really clear example of bulls being stubborn right here. But sentiment's obviously pretty bearish, but buyers keep stepping in.
All right. Yeah, still not much for me. Except I still don't like anything because we are still stuck in this pretty large range here.
NQ right back to VWAP here. QQQ almost there. All right, so I see what I did wrong there with the ES trade. Yeah, that was the right idea. Wrong entry here. This could still, and I'm just watching and spectating this, but we have been buying since 950. I think the best thing to do would wait for a higher time frame confirmation close with the QQQ over VWAP. I think that would be the move today. Be looking for 30-minute to claim that, but till then, I think it's, which we're actually really close to this 30-minute candle closing, but we are kind of short.
Yeah, pretty strong wick here on Amazon.
I do know Prime Day did report record-breaking numbers. Not too sure if that's going to cause anything, but
I knew I shouldn't have bought anything.
yeah, I shared that news this morning pre-market, but these are, I don't know, market's still not really convincing me too much here for upside. Hughes gets over that VWAP though, that'll be another story. Judging by the daily PA, we're going to close right at VWAP and then open the next candle right at VWAP.
Okay, I just tried a long there at 78. Gonna see if this, where we could see some bars stepping in here. Almost looks like we're flagging here as well, but I'm probably gonna run a tight stop on this. Might just get instantly stopped here.
Yeah, it actually happened to me earlier, so this PA is pretty brutal. It's not really forgiving at all, man. We need to hold this 60 area, I think, or we lose. We see 27.
Sorry, I forgot to mention I did get stopped there.
Yeah, it's right down to VWAP here.
Looks like we're setting up almost like a little H setup here on Qs.
Wow, yeah, NQ lost 27. That is pretty aggressive. The sentiment now is, I mean, it's very bearish here.
Alright, so we got new low day here on Amazon. Want to see if we can break this 185.45, and I'm watching that 480.40 level on QQQ.
We just blew through 20,000. Yikes. That is ugly, guys. Wow. This is just, yeah. I think this could continue.
Alright, approaching that 185.45 on Amazon. Contracts are sitting at 0.79.
Yeah, this is previous low of day here on Qs.
Alright, here 185.45, contracts at 0.8 if anybody wants to take or trim. This is not a bad spot. Looks like we're trying to break that 185.45. And there we go, just broke that. Contracts at 0.90.
Don't touch this, team. This is ugly. I think, yeah, we're probably going to sell hard here.
That H broke out really, really nicely though. Always good to see setups play out. But looks like
Q
we
is
are
approaching
getting.
the.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, no, I was just gonna say Q is approaching the 480.40. And nice big jump. We ended up tapping the level actually. That was way too fast to get a to get a sell on that.
I think we flush here. Look at Q's.
Yeah.
Around 480. Well, Q's is already flushing, but I'm just talking about SPY here. Yes.
He should gravitate towards that 480
Oh my
flat, so
gosh, yeah.
yeah, we have similar setups coming in from here from individuals as well. We have Apple and Nvidia with the little H setup coming in.
All right, I'm all out at 1.01 on those Amazon contracts.
Nice,
Right
dude.
at
Nice.
target. Appreciate it, guys. Nice little 50% gainer on that.
Heck yeah, man. That was quick.
Now let me switch over to Qs, I do want to see this interaction within this imbalance here. See if we find any buyers. See if I can switch over fast enough.
Apple's kind of just hanging out, bear flagging right here. That's kind of crazy to see.
Strong pressure here on Qs. Right at that imbalance.
Now the only trades I'm interested in taking in, you guys, is if we ever bottom and then we have a clear bottom and we actually start trending back upside. So that might take a while or it might not ever happen. But what I'm looking at right now is just if SPY and ES hold this previous bottom from yesterday's lows, and yeah, if we could hold here and maybe base here. And when I'm talking about basing, I'm not talking about a bear flag. We would have to see an actual reversal setup attempt. But if that's the case, then we may, be ranging and just keep an inside day. Or we could easily, if we do break below here, then puts would be the move, and I'd maybe even possibly look at swinging longer dated puts. So patience is key here.
Yeah, we are also only an hour into this market open, so there's plenty of time still for the day.
Yes, knee sold 56.32.75 here, where we see more downside. We could see more downside. We're dipping in this lower demand, but
Alright, I'm gonna try these calls here for tomorrow. What are they? 489 calls for 0.53. I got filled at. Higher risk entry with this selling still present, but I do like the flow that's coming in and holding this imbalance still. So it's going to be 15-minute candle close below the imbalance, which is 480.20, and targets 42.55.
Apple's sort of breaking down right here. Something to keep an eye on. I have a 226.46 level. I'd like it to stay above that. Yes, or SPY right back down to 556 here. Not a bad spot. But this is pretty aggressive.
It looks like Apple also is going to be breaking down from this almost H setup here as well. We did tap off this 78.6 GP here on that larger time frame, pretty much the daily, I believe. So this may actually be my re-entry for some QQQ longs or QQQ call swings. Still gonna wait on this though. Just for a little bit longer, I think.
See, we might get invalidated pretty quick on this Q play. Flow was leaning more on the bullish side. Now it looks like we're very indecisive here. Slowly flipping to bearish actually now. Just watching if we can close above 480.20. And just kind of hovering around that 480.20. They playing games. We actually just closed. Yeah, we closed right at 480.23.
Nice hold above this 480 level so far, but still not completely convinced.
Starting to get a little bit more convinced at this 556 level for SPY, but still being a little patient, like I said, because I am down on the day, so gotta be patient for this. And my next trade, if I do stop out, then I'll be done for the day. And yeah, I don't want to be done for the day, so I'm gonna wait for A plus setup here.
Yeah, Q's really struggling to hold this 480 with some put flow rolling in on the 0DTs and some pretty heavy calls on the bid here. 1,365 contracts on the bid on the 480 calls. Definitely be cautious with this.
Lots of buyers stepping in here at 56.26. Seen on time and sales. Bulls are trying here. 56.24, 56.26 area. Looking at time and sales, that's some 56.27, but got to see if this actually bottoms and starts forming. You know, I want to see it curl here. These pops could easily be sold as well. Keep in mind.
Pretty large order, 1,020 contracts purchased on the ask here on the 480 calls. As we're back above that 480.40, flow has actually completely flipped now. Seeing if we can get some momentum.
Yeah, I'm seeing that on my end too with the flow. Can't confirm on ES anyways. That's what I'm looking at right now. Time and sales.
Mm-hmm.
Watching SPY chart 556 still holding. It's starting to get what I'd like to see, but I'm going to be extra patient. I mean, if this wicks back up, I would expect that to just be sold. So I'd like to see an actual bottom form if that makes sense to anybody listening here. And that's what I'm looking for. So I don't want to flag necessarily. I would like to see some lower or higher lows and higher highs on these candles.
I'm liking this candle so far. We're sitting at 0.60 on the contracts.
Yeah, watching to see for me if this pop gets sold off. We're backtesting this overnight low level, and SPY is backtesting previous low of day here. See if we want to use it as resistance.
As we approach 482, wouldn't be a bad thing to take some trims there if you don't want to hold till the 482.55 target. I really like the strength in this candle though.
Saw our previous low of day tap on QQQ here. I want to come back up to this 20,000 psych level on NQ.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see that just get blown right through. Looking at getting into SPY calls for today, possibly here.
We're also right now tapping to a 5-minute imbalance. See if we're gonna close inside of it. Get
Yeah, I
back
just got
above.
in. Sorry, um, or SPY 558 calls for today at 0.72. Kind of liking this. I'm still waiting on ES. Starting to see more sellers sit right here. Yeah, so there's that tech reversal that we were looking for. Oh yeah, I did kind of hesitate a little bit there with ES. I wanted to enter at 33. Yeah, happens, but we're in spot calls here. 5640, of course, is going to be, it'll act as a resistance here. It's key level. Spy calls 14%.
Beautiful push here. 0.65 on the Q's contracts. Do not hesitate to take these guys.
All right, I'm out at 0.91 for 26%. Oh wow. Well, I was gonna sell for that, but they actually sold 0.94. Yeah, this is a really nice push.
Nice trade. Both of you
All
guys.
right, and I'm out at target at 0.69.
Thank you. Nice trade, Ben.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. You
Good
too.
stuff, dude. Yeah, thanks for the conviction, man. And like this, I like that flow forming, and I just hesitated on ES at even 33, 26, 24. But now if we could actually show buyers stepping back in with dips, then I'll go ahead and re-enter. But
Yeah, I'm finding some sellers at target, so very nice to exit there.
yeah, it's looking like ES does want to test VWAP.
Hmm.
Now let's see what bears do with this wick here. I'm still seeing some buyers step in at 56.40. But once again, this could be easy or a nice spot to potentially short for another leg down, and that's kind of why I sold those SPY calls quick.
Yeah, I do like this spot for shorts as well. I'm just gonna hold off for now. After two pretty decent winners, I do wanna be a little more patient on my third trade if I have one. So what I'd be looking for is another back test to that 480.40 or all the way up to 4640 area. Also depends where this candle closes, because then we are going to form an imbalance right here in that 42.85 area if we do close below this 42.55. Yeah, it looks like we're creating that imbalance with this close. I'm just going to mark it on my chart.
Long 56, 34, 25 right there. And if this does stop us out, then this is my final trade. And if this does stop out, then bears are still in full control here. But if not, then we'd be flagging right here. I'd look for 56.40. But, well, yeah, it's pretty aggressive selling. took 3 points right there. Remember, I'm building these losses back. So now this gives me a little bit more room for another setup I love. So I'm not going to look for 4 or 5, 6 points to try to make those, losses back up quick. I'm just going to build it brick by brick again.
Yeah,
Now that
nice
gives me a
strategy.
little, thank you. That just gives me a little bit more room. It helps the mental as well for the next trade.
Hmm.
Yeah, thanks, Samir. And if I took the 3 points earlier, we'd be in a totally different boat, right? So I also remembered that, and I don't do that twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If I leave profit on the table twice like that, that's my fault. Not gonna do that. And yeah, see, just like that, I probably would have been kicking the wall right now. Right? So now that eliminate the stress. I didn't like the price action right away also when we entered it, so I just wanted to get out. Oh crap, the bot did mess that up somehow. It didn't get my last sell. So like average down for me from 56.58. Oh dang. I gotta fix that. Oh man.
It's one of those.
Okay. Yep, EK.
Yep.
I'd probably just be best off deleting that and then re-entering it. I don't even.
Yeah,
Jeez, I
probably.
gotta.
I don't know how you can fix that.
I just gotta sell this too for what? But I mean, I don't want to take a huge hit, so I think I'm. What the heck, man?
Sorry, I did take a short there at a 71. It's actually already moving though, but I think with this recapture back below previous low of day, we may actually look to send below 480 today.
I don't even know what's going on with this alert right here. Wait, oh, it closed too? What? Okay, hold on. Oh,
Also liking kind of how we're setting up here on Google. We have a bit of a flagging structure on Google, Microsoft. Um, Apple did pop up off of previous low of day. Did also get rejected. And then Nvidia did reject that 119 level that we were sitting at. Yesterday we got below it. Now we are using it as resistance. So this definitely, for me, I think we could see a new low come in here. Because I do still
Yeah, that
think
was
sellers are still present here for me.
yeah, that
Oh,
was a beautiful short.
Thank you.
yeah, nice job. Nice H pattern here on ES 5 minute. There's our liquidity grab for lower. Now this is where bulls are going to be stubborn, but I think we could just bleed.
Yeah, so stop for me with this trade is going to be a recapture back above previous low of day on QQQ. Like I said, for me, I think I'm going to be looking for a push below 480. I think if we can do this, this might be another really, really fast move down here.
Yeah, the way we've been selling it, they've been acting pretty quick now. SPY too, right back down to 556. This is a key level. If we lose this, it's gonna get ugly.
Oh yeah,
Very.
lots of strength to the
Yeah.
downside right now.
See a gap 478.90-ish for Qs and 554.75 actually for SPY. Generous gap.
Yeah, cool. You could honestly take this whenever. This is, for me, pretty much almost up 50 points already. Um, that, like I said, I think I am going to be looking for a little bit more of a move down here. But, I mean, you definitely could feel free to take this whenever if you are in this. But yeah, for me, I am going to be looking for this break. I probably will look to trim at this 480, and then I'll probably look for a new low of day to come in here. Keep an eye out on this following 5-minute candle here if we want to close a new 5-minute candle low. We want to kind of close at an equal base here. SPY didn't get a lower 5-minute close there. All right. I did just take my first trim right there at 20. I did close about half.
Beautiful trade.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
nice.
And I'll definitely move probably my stops either in profit or break even, as we definitely do not want to let this trade go red here after being up over 50 points here. Yeah, this does look like another small H setup here, so I'm gonna be watching to see if this 5-minute candle could get a close below 480. I think if we are able to get that, probably will look to see 478 for me.
I think this is it right here. I think we may push to 19,900. but we'll see. It gets wiki down here. Apple also looking for more downside here. Lost 226.
Some pretty heavy put flows coming in still. 757 contracts on the ask on the 478s for today.
Yeah, Samir, that move did happen fast. As we did get that close below previous low of day right there.
There's 19,900.
Yep. I'm actually gonna get all out here,
Yeah.
guys. It's over 70 points. And
Solid.
yeah, I'm out at 98 right here.
Yeah, beautiful trade.
Thank you, thank you. You definitely have room though, honestly, if this H setup does play out. But yeah, I'm out at 98 there, so.
Yeah, I can see Q's hitting that 478.40 pretty quick if we get this selling.
Yep. And there's that new low of day. So yeah, this would have been our take profit right there. So definitely, if you guys still are sitting in this, yeah, you could definitely get out whenever you like. Nice, cool. 880. Nice exit there. Oh, there is a typo in my exit. Thank you, press, for letting me know. Another 50-point drop from my initial exit so far. Yeah, that new low of day came in fast, as I mentioned, especially if this H setup played out. Yeah, below 480, definitely do still have even more room down to 478 here on QQQ, especially with these individuals starting to sell off. Very, very, very similar structure in all of them, pretty much. So, does anyone have any questions on kind of just that setup that I just took right there on NQ? I think it makes sense for the most part, but let's see what you guys think. Samir, not sure honestly. It may be done for today or maybe even the week, actually, because I'm actually up really, really nicely on the week. I took that 20-point loss from earlier, but we just made back 70 points right there on half size, and we took a 40-point trim. So, very, very nice for me. But, yeah, probably won't be really looking to take anything else, to be honest. I really would like to just see this move digest. But I'm more curious to see how we'll actually end up closing on the weekly time frame. As you know, for last week's or Sunday's watch list, right, we were targeting roughly this 480 level, but I'm really interested to see how we're actually going to close on the weekly, whether or not we want to actually close above 480. Um, I think if we are able to do that, we could see potential rebound back up to the 90s. Otherwise, if this weekly does continue to get sold off here, then we may even look for a little bit more correction going into earnings next week, but we will see.